Even though Shannon Sharpe doesn't explicitly insult or attack black women, he does appear to hold a certain degree of resentment or disdain toward them, and he has openly addressed this issue, particularly in relation to age. This situation unfolded during an episode of the Nightcap podcast, where he referred to a few black women as being envious or bitter toward men like himself, men who happen to be older, financially successful, and involved romantically with much younger women.
Women trying to shame older men into picking them. Because see, that's the competition. Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones.
Right.
It's them young ones that's coming.
Yes,
that'll do what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bills. Right. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself.
By the conclusion of that particular segment, it became abundantly clear to the audience that Shannon Sharpe was in fact mocking and making light of black women. There's no denying that. And regarding his preference for younger women, the underlying implication was quite evident. He was referring to younger white women, specifically individuals like Gabriella Zuniga. So to state it plainly and remove the ambiguity, Shannon Sharpe seems to feel more at ease and at peace being with younger white women as opposed to being romantically involved with older black women. Naturally, in light of everything that's currently unfolding in the public sphere, his remarks are now stirring significant controversy and attracting criticism. However, this wasn't the only problematic thing he said.
Budget. I don't get whatever you do after that.
What number, I mean, I don't want to be in your business, but what number you said?
30,000.
Okay. So you can have a wedding with 30,000?
I don't know what you can have. I ain't the one getting married. I don't give a damn. Hey, they better go get one of them. Hey, y'all from the South, y'all know about that fried catfish and spaghetti plate? Hey, I know somebody hooked that thing right on up. What they charge by the plate? $10.50 a head. Spaghetti, fried catfish, a piece of cornbread, and a styrofoam cup of sweet tea. That's all you're getting. Man, I'm not finna go. Hey, just because they so. Oh hell, no, man, I wish I might.
Got him!
In another instance, Shannon Sharpe was having a conversation with Akasinko where he made a bold statement, saying that if his daughters were ever to get married, the absolute maximum he'd be willing to contribute financially toward their weddings would be $30,000. He even joked about it in a very casual tone. If you pay close attention to his words, it's almost as if he was trivializing the situation, suggesting that his daughters could serve cheap food, like catfish and other low-budget menu items that are often associated with church dinners or family cookouts, that, he insisted, was all he intended to offer, and they shouldn't come to him expecting anything beyond that. But here's what complicates things. Shannon Sharpe, when privately texting Gabriella Zuniga, had reportedly agreed to pay $25,000 for each cheek, at least according to the text exchanges that surfaced. So in summary, Sharpe is apparently unwilling to spend more than $30,000 on his own biological daughter's wedding ceremony, yet he had no problem shelling out $25,000 per cheek for a woman he was allegedly sexually involved with. Now, this very issue is being intensely debated among black women across various social media platforms.
The comment is in response to a black woman's video where she's explaining how a very blah-looking white woman was able to get $25,000 per cheek out of Shannon Sharpe. Around the same time where a very attractive-looking black woman is expressing her desire for a man that makes $200,000 a year. And her desire to be provided for by such a man. And she's being shamed. You know, the black woman's being shamed. She's being told that that's too much. $200,000. You're expecting too much. This is ridiculous. This is happening all while a very blah-looking white woman is getting $25,000 per cheek.
To put it simply, if a black woman asks for the same kind of financial support or generosity as a white woman, she's quickly labeled as a gold digger. But when a white woman makes the exact same request, or even a more outrageous one, it seems to be socially acceptable. We're not comparing apples to oranges here. Take a look at this situation objectively. Shannon Sharpe is placing a cap of $30,000 on the wedding of his own daughter. Meanwhile, when it comes to activities like sexual entertainment, he's prepared to fork over $25,000 per cheek. There's clearly a double standard and a troubling inconsistency in his behavior, and this is exactly what black women are criticizing. Furthermore, it was previously reported that, before the public scandal involving attorney Tony Busby went viral, Shannon Sharpe had allegedly offered the woman involved a staggering $10 million to resolve the issue quietly. Unfortunately, that resolution either never materialized or was flatly rejected, and now it's common knowledge that Shannon had access to that kind of money and was prepared to use it simply to avoid negative publicity.
Shannon Sharpe can offer an OnlyFans model $10 million, but tell your daughter that her wedding has to be $30,000, and that's the budget. She cannot go over. If the food or whatever goes over, then she needs to cook chicken and spaghetti. Like, my thing is this, okay? It's one thing to not like your own race. It's one thing to not like your own kind. But to not like your own daughter over an OnlyFans model is crazier. To offer $10 million. I don't know if y'all hearing this right. $10 million. $10 million willingly offering. We're not talking about, oh, there was a contract. We're not talking about somebody forced you to do this. We're talking about you opened up your mouth and said, I offer you $10 million to not go file a lawsuit on behalf of my behavior. You're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty.
His sister was saying, in essence, is that Shannon Sharpe appears fully willing to hand over $10 million to a white woman who holds damaging, potentially career-ending information about him, but when it comes to his own black daughter, his blood, he's capping her wedding support at $30,000. That's quite revealing. What makes this even more striking is that there's reason to believe Shannon Sharpe was already spending more than that amount on an OnlyFans model he was entangled with. There were also rumors and implications suggesting that their relationship may have involved some form of unconventional, perhaps even BDSM-style, arrangement. The woman, who primarily dates black men, wanted to highlight a specific issue, that black men frequently hold a fetish for white women, and it's something she believed needed to be discussed more openly.
I've dated black guys since the age of 15. I feel like you guys need my perspective on this Shannon Sharpe, because everything I'm seeing is like white women are fetishizing black men. Like the Shannon Sharpe sitch, like the girl said something about, I want your black baby, right? I have had black men come to me and say, I want you to have my black baby. Not, I want you to have my baby. That's the acceptable response. No, I want you to have my black baby. And I have had black men ask me to say very derogatory things in bed. Yeah. So part of it is not that white women are fetishizing black men. It's like the opposite. And I feel like this isn't being talked about, and I don't want to get any hate for this, guys, because this is my personal experience, but I've had more black men than not mention race in our relationship as like a kink. I don't know. I don't even know if that's like the right way to describe it. But there are some black men in this world that I think like want, I don't know if they want to reenact. I don't know if it's like a power trip of like, I don't know, but I just feel like that piece is important to this puzzle.
This revelation is worth analyzing because Shannon Sharpe does seem to possess a particular obsession or strong attraction that resembles a fetish. While someone might argue that she was the one objectifying or fetishizing him, the woman in the interview clearly pointed out that a large number of black men exhibit this same behavior. They idolize and sexualize white women. This pattern is not rare, it happens with disturbing regularity. In Shannon Sharpe's case, it's evident that he's willing to spend a significant amount of money to indulge in this desire. And again, when you compare that to the modest amount he's willing to invest in something important and sentimental like his daughter's wedding, it really stands out. Now, to be completely fair, we don't have full access to Shannon Sharpe's financial history. We can't say for sure how much he may have contributed to his children's lives in the past. This kind of spending dynamic can be seen across the entertainment industry. Celebrities make all sorts of personal decisions with their money. Ultimately, it is his income, and he has the legal and moral right to allocate his resources as he sees fit. If I were in a similar position and decided to give my daughter $30,000 for her wedding, I'd hope that the investments I made in her life would lead her to find a partner capable of providing more. Of course, if I truly loved my daughter, there wouldn't be a ceiling on what I'd be willing to do for her, but Shannon Sharpe clearly has boundaries. His hard limit seems to be $30,000. But again, it's his personal decision. If he chooses to blow $10 million on women shaking their behinds, that's his prerogative. He works incredibly hard for his income, and I say this as someone who doesn't even like the man. The truth is, whether it was during his time at ESPN, or on Fox Sports, or now with his nightly nightcap streaming show, Sharpe puts in serious effort. Streaming isn't easy, folks. Add to that his Club Shay Shay podcast, where he earns a substantial income. He's grinding. So if he wants to set financial limits, that's well within his rights. The core issue black women are raising, though, is this: when they ask for fair treatment or request high standards, they're often seen as greedy or exploitative. Meanwhile, black men like Shannon Sharpe are dishing out thousands to white women without blinking an eye. That's where the real contradiction lies. Shannon Sharpe was reportedly ready to pay a fortune to a woman who could potentially destroy his reputation, yet he set a hard cap for his daughter. Even though he has every right to choose how he spends his money, I understand why black women feel hurt and slighted. The moment a black woman demands quality or support, some black men instantly accuse her of being a gold digger. But when it's a white woman demanding $25,000 per cheek or making even larger demands, there's barely any pushback. They aren't viewed as scheming or manipulative, even though, in Gabriella Zuniga's case, she absolutely was. So what do you all think? It's your boy Oshi Jackson, back once again with another hard-hitting episode of the Celebrity Junk. I truly appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell.